Welcome to Ripples. Thanks so much for being here. And, to those of you who come back over and over again for Ripples, I really want to thank you for not becoming weary of what we're doing at the moment. I know there's a tremendous amount of weariness emerging in the culture, and the protests have died down, and it's very, very important that people do what work they can in whatever ways they can. So I want to thank you for your emotional tolerance. It's very, very uncomfortable, to discover the extent of the problem that we are in. And, I was reading again my grandmother's hands this morning, and I think that the primary work that we can do as acupuncturists is I think we're uniquely positioned to heal somatized trauma. We are, because in Chinese medicine there's no distinction made between mind, emotions and the body. It's all one unit, and each component is affecting the others. So it's not like going into therapy or going into massage, or acupuncture is so magnificent in that it doesn't make these distinctions, and therefore we can get into that crevice between emotions and body, between trauma and somatization. And so to continue that work there, and I'm very aware that as we go through this, as we persist with this work, that we have fewer and fewer people joining the group. And so that's why I sort of amplify my thanks to you. But as part of the release of trauma from the body, I'd like to bleed. So the act of bleeding low points draws from the source, from the constitution, from the roots of the structure and the roots of the DNA. It draws trauma out. And the key point for that would be gallbladder 22, which treats pain all over and all through the body, the entire pain through the entire being. And it's on the gallbladder channel because, of course, the gallbladder is the interface between the prenatal and the postnatal bodies. So gallbladder 22, which if you put your arm under or if you bend your elbow, your thumb will end up the width of your hand beneath your armpit, directly on the side of your chest. That's a tender point. We bled that point before, but I think it was in April sometime, and we were talking about COVID at that time, and not meaning to backburner COVID, but we could talk about this for hours, couldn't we? I think part of the reason we have COVID and had COVID is to bring out this wound in America, and that's why our numbers are so much bigger than anywhere else in the world, because the good news is the USA is capable of enacting these changes, that's why I emigrated here, because the United States has a magnificent ambition for itself. So anyway, gallbladder 22, to release pain all over and all through the body, and gallbladder 37, which when bled has the unusual action of preventing the next incarnation, holding patterns of trauma in the body. So gallbladder 37, which is 5 inches above the external malleolus, the ankle bone on the outside. So if you come up 5 inches, you'll strike gallbladder 37. And gallbladder 37 says, okay, so we're experiencing this trauma in this lifetime, and we're going to release the trauma from that point so that it cannot travel to stomach 42, which is the point where accumulated trauma from a lifetime enters Chiang Mai and determines the nature of the next incarnation. So it's about the perpetuation, the de-perpetuation, I guess you would say, stopping that generation to generation transmission of the trauma. So thanks again. And those of you, I think there's a new person here, special, very special welcome to you. And if you don't want to hear me say goodbye, just turn your sound off. Thank you.